even as far as
Well, we're going to start in a minute or so, so we'd like to invite everybody, particularly our sixth graders, if they'll, I think everybody's done it so far, but I'll just reiterate it because I can't see everybody. If you can type in your first and last name so Jason's able to spotlight you, first and last name to our sixth graders. And actually, that's, it's a good approach for everybody. So if we need to spotlight you for any reason, we would love to know your first and last name so Jason can find you very easily. So that's a good practice to have. You just click on your box, I believe, your window, and there are three dots, the ellipsis, and you can do a rename
from the drop-down menu. Yep.
from the drop down. There it is. Great. Hopefully, everybody has a prayer booklet. Hopefully, everybody has their Shabbat candlesticks and candles and matches ready to go in just a moment.
And we'll get started with a couple of welcoming opening songs for Shabbat. If you don't have words in front of you, that won't be a big deal because these are words that hopefully we're familiar with. Hine Matov, how good it is, how pleasant it is for us all to dwell here together in this virtual space. So please join me, Hine Matov. Hine Matov Manayim שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, ידדי דדי דדי דדי, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידדי דדי דדי דדי, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידדי דדי דדי דדי, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידדי דדי דדי דדי, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. And we'll continue with one more song to sort of bring in Shabbat. And you don't need words for this one, especially because it's a nigun. So if you're wondering what the words are, you already know them. Lie, lie, lie. So please, I know you're on mute, but please join me and sing along to this wonderful nigun. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 Ya Eloi, Eloi,
Shabbat Shalom, dear friends. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to our family Shabbat service on the first Friday of the month. It is great to be together as family and friends from all over the country, to be together to celebrate Shabbat and to thank God for the goodness in our lives. This is a very special Shabbat because tonight we are led by our wonderful sixth grade religious school students and their teacher, Ben Phelps, and their teen assistant, Sophia Mertzel. Welcome, sixth graders. Welcome, sixth grade families. Welcome, Ben. Welcome, Sophia. Welcome to all your families, near and far. With you all, let's now enter as a community. We're now going to enter the peace and the joy that is Shabbat. Oh, we're going to try something different tonight. We may have done this once before, but I don't know if y'all had the software. We're going to try to spotlight together as many sixth grade students and families as we can with this new version of Zoom, which allows us to spotlight more than one person. So we invite everybody at home to get your Shabbat candles ready as we now call upon all of our sixth grade students and families to bring in the light and bring in the warmth and the joy of Shabbat. And we are on page 3 in our prayer booklet, everybody. Page 3. Welcome to our sixth grade families. Oh my goodness, I see 3 families spotlighted so far. Welcome, guys. Oh, there's a 4th family. Look at that. Jason, should we give it one more second? And oh, there's a 5th family. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? This is so cool.
Yeah, I'm still working. This is a workout, getting all the...
All right, so let's take our time, Jason. We'll say hi to the 5 families. Oh, look at those colorful candles.
Is there anybody who has candles ready who I didn't bring up from the...
There we go.
Oh, all right. And
I think I have all the families with candles.
All the families with candles. Well, this is great. This is a great representation. Thank you, sixth graders. So we are on page 3, everybody. And if you guys are ready to light your Shabbat candles, and we'll all light, whoever has candles at home, let's all light together with our sixth grade families.
We're lighting or not?
Oh, neat. Look at all the wonderful candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kibshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
Amen. And how appropriate. We've got, oh, I was going to say we had 7 families highlighted. Now we have 8 families highlighted. We're getting ready for the 8 days and 8 nights of Hanukkah. Look at that. 8 sixth grade families. Thank you, guys. We're looking at all these beautiful families. We invite you at home to gather with your family as we now share in the family Shabbat blessing, which you can find on the top of page 4.
We'll put the words up on the screen for you too, I think. There we go. May God bless you and keep you.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom. Well, we want to introduce somebody to you now. You may have met him. You may not have met him yet. He is our new sixth grade teacher, new to Temple Sinai of Glendale this year, Mr. Ben Phelps. Now, some of you may know Ben if you had a child or a grandchild at Camp Gan Shalom this summer. Ben is the director of Camp Gan Shalom of the Jewish Federation. Hi, Ben. Thank you so much for being with us.
I'm very happy and excited to be here and to be part of this community.
Well, and we're so delighted to have you as well on so many levels. And Ben, we'd love to have you introduce part of what your sixth graders are going to be doing tonight.
Yeah, so the sixth graders are going to be sharing a little bit about what they've learned and experienced in two chunks. The first one is going to be live, and the second one will be a recorded video, which should be fun and exciting. Both should be fun and exciting.
Awesome.
I guess
that's very creative.
Yeah, this year the sixth graders are learning about Jewish history, and so far we've covered basically Abraham through the Hasmonean dynasty and interactions with Rome.
Wow. It's a lot of history.
One of the things that we've done is that actually, thanks to the wonders of Zoom and the internet, we had an opportunity to, as a group, play through a discovery tour, a 3D tour of Alexandria, Egypt during the Hellenistic period, when Alexandria was filled with many Jews and when Judea wouldn't have really looked that dissimilar in many respects. And so to share a little bit about what that was like, what it was like experiencing that, the students will now share. So Kenley, would you please share first?
Alrighty, okay. Do I just share my speech right away?
Mm-hmm.
I liked about sixth grade was when Mr. Ben played Assassin's Creed. I liked when he showed us the ancient city and buildings and how they were built differently and temples depending on the religion. I also liked how they had Greeks and Egyptians walking around and yelling in a different language, probably screaming at us. I also liked the temples were huge and cool, and the person who made the game took time to add history so I can learn while I play.
Thank you, Kenley. Yeah, it should be said that the discovery tour we did was created as part of an Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Origins. But the discovery tour is the made for education, like teaching history bit. Margot, would you please share next? Or wherever the Seton family may be.
I liked how advanced the architecture was. Okay.
All right. Susanna, please share.
Ready? Honestly, seeing Alexandria was amazing. I legitimately felt I was there. And I like seeing the Great Library of Alexandria and how it showed everything. And the architecture just felt different. Like it was, I partially expected it with all the columns and stuff like that. A lot of white columns. Also, it being important, the most important city, I was happy. Yay!
Yeah. All right. Alexandria, would you like to share next, appropriately, given your name?
I found it interesting how the city had wide streets for the horses. It was also cool to see all the temples and statues. There are big pyramids, and I found out that they took over 20 years to build. And I like seeing all the nearby caves.
Nice. And Nate.
It was inspiring to visit a great center of ancient learning and to get a sense of how people lived in those days.
Excellent. I think Rabbi and Cantor, I think the floor is yours now.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Ben, and thank you, Kenley and Margot and Susanna and Alexandria and Nate. Let's hear it for all of them with our sanctuary applause. We can do Sacred Pac-Man. We could do the Universal Sign Language for applause, and we could also do sort of the COVID applause and remember to wash our hands. Hey, Ben, fun fact too about Alexandria and Egypt. As we're getting ready for Hanukkah, we know the history of Hanukkah because of Alexandria, Egypt. The Septuagint, it was the Greek translation of the Jewish Bible. It was commissioned in Egypt in about the 3rd century BCE. And that's where the books of Maccabees can be found, the books of 1st and 2nd Maccabees. And ironically, they were written in Hebrew. They were preserved in the Greek, in that Greek translation. And so we're going to have a little bit of Alexandria during our Hanukkah celebration next week. So that is so cool, Ben, that you've been teaching your students about Alexandria, Egypt. What an amazing Jewish culture. Thank you. Thank you. We can't wait to a little bit later to hear about the next culture and the next time period that your students have been learning from. Very cool. Well, let's have our 6th graders continue to lead us in Shabbat worship tonight. Now, Cantor's going to get an assist for the Baruch Hu on page 6. From 6th grader Isa Goldstein. There she is. There they are. There's Isa. Good to have you here, Isa. Welcome. And let's see. So let's all stand together for our call to worship, the Baruch Hu. Thank you, Isa. We're going to remain standing, everybody, as we now open our hearts to the blessings in life and to their source, the divine presence who is one and who unites all creation, expressed in the Shema. We're on page 10, everybody.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד.
And please be seated, everybody. Well, we now turn to page 12 in our prayer booklet, page 12. We are so honored to call upon sixth grader Noah Winston to lead us in the Via Hafta prayer. Hey, Noah.
Hello.
Hi. How are you, sir?
Fine. How are you?
Good. Good. I'm doing good. Good. Thank you for asking. Whenever you are ready, if you lead us in the Via Hafta, we will join along at home.
Okay. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברתם בעם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך. I think Kenley's, Helen goes next?
No, you keep going. Go ahead, keep going.
וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בעיניך ובטחתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
All right. Awesome. Let's hear it for Noah, everybody. That was so great. Thank you. Thank you, Noah. That was wonderful. And again, thanks to Isa for leading the Baruch Hu so beautifully. Fantastic. Hey, Noah, I understand you've got some family on tonight. Do you know who's on? Why don't we go back to Noah? Why don't we... Do you know what family?
My grandmother... Actually, my grandparents, 3 of them are on right now. I think Yolanda and someone named Eric Winston, who unconveniently left his camera off.
Well, but he's with us, and we see Yolanda.
Now they're not.
There they are. Welcome. Great to have you with us. Great to have you with us. Oh, that's wonderful. So great to have your family here in our temple community. And thank you for being with us tonight. And please join us anytime. We'd love to have you. Welcome. Welcome. Thanks again, Noah. That was great. Well, we are now going to sing the song of joy and freedom that our people sang long ago, speaking of history, sang long ago at the miracle of the Red Sea. It's a song of redemption. It's a song of hope for all God's children and for all the earth. It is the Micha Mocha. Please join us on page 13, everybody.
So this version of Micha Mocha might be a little different than what you're used to hearing. It's really cool. There's different verses. So it's going to start with a lai lai lai, so you kind of get an understanding of what the melody is like. And it also talks about who is like you, Adonai, which is what Micha Mocha is saying. So feel free to join me when you catch on. Ya la la la. La 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 la
Thank you, Cantor. Boy, that was a fun one. Love that. That was wonderful. That was so great. That's the way the Micha Mocha, to me, I can sort of picture them dancing on the middle of the Red Sea. And that's, who was the composer again, did you say?
Alana Arian.
Alana Arian. Wonderful. Well, we appreciate that. What a great way to celebrate Shabbat. Well, speaking of a great way to celebrate Shabbat, we are now going to call upon another sixth grade student, Helen Bairstow. Helen's going to lead us in a prayer in the middle of page 14. Hi, Helen.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, there's your family. Look at them. Hi, guys. Shabbat Shalom. So nice to see you. So Helen, whenever you are ready, we'd love to have you share this beautiful prayer.
Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter, into the soft, long evening shadows. For you are the true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth and as we return. Spread your shelter of peace over all we love.
Amen. Thank you, Helen. Thank you so much. Oh, it's wonderful. That was wonderful. Oh, and we are so honored to now again call upon our sixth grade teacher, Ben Phelps, to introduce the next. Ben, I think the word you used was chunk, this historical Jewish chunk. So we look forward to it.
That's the professional term.
Professional term.
Yeah. You reminded me to say, one of the sources of solace in the midst of all this craziness is that the Zoom world allows us to spend these sorts of occasions with our families, no matter where they are. I know that family members of mine from all over the place are joining us. See if you can figure out who they are. And as a segue, one of the things that we know about Jewish families in particular is they love to argue. So one of the activities that we did earlier this year was to play out, if you're a family that had been exiled from Israel to Babylon, and now the Persians have taken over and allowed the Jews to move back, do you make the move from Babylon back to Jerusalem now that it's allowed and a Jewish place again? And I suspect this particular conversation might ring a little true for some people. So there is a video, and I will share it now.
Shalom. My name is Moshe Zizeti, and it has been my lifelong dream to go to Israel. See, Israel, right here. My last wish as Zizeti is to go to Israel, to pray at the Western Wall. Please, 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 will you take me to Israel?
Why would we even bother going back to somewhere that might just exile us once again? We already built a life here. What's the point of risking it all? What if we get kicked back and have to start from scratch? We've built so much. I have a thriving business. We have a roof over our heads. We have food and we have water. And besides, the journey to Jerusalem could be so dangerous. We could run out of food or water. There are just so many things that could go wrong.
I feel strongly about going back to my homeland of Jerusalem and seeing the temple rebuilt and maybe helping and starting a new life there. Maybe I will find a good wife and found a family. Now, I feel extremely dissatisfied about what I am given here and the choices, and how in the time of the Babylonians I was forced to live here of all places, even though it is beautiful, but it is not my home. So I would love to go back to Jerusalem.
As a mom, I don't want to go on this trip. I don't feel safe with my children going on such a big adventure and getting hurt or lost. I also don't feel safe going myself. I don't want to lose my husband's big business, and I don't want to leave my home behind.
I think we should go to Judea because we have a connection to our homeland.
I think that moving to Judea is a good idea. I've already done everything here in Babylon, and it's getting pretty boring. Also, I think that learning about the history of the Jews is interesting and important. Grandpa told me some pretty cool stories about when he was a kid in Judea. I'm also really excited to have a new adventure and be able to make some new friends.
Okay, so that was a delightful taste of the conversations that must have occurred with these families.
Awesome. Thank you, Ben. And thanks to Simone and Isa and Noah and Helen and Elia and Jordan. Let's hear it for all of them with our sacred Pac-Man and our sign language and our COVID-19 applause, and remember to wash your hands all the time. Ben, thank you. You have such a creative class, sixth graders. You are so fantastic. Thank you for sharing us. You made history come alive tonight, and we really appreciate it. We loved how you used the technology. And Ben, I think we need a shout out to your partner, right? Tara gets a shout out.
Yes, Tara, who isn't in the room right now, but she used to work at a post house in Seattle as an assistant editor. So this was fun for her.
So she helped you edit and put together those videos with the subtitles and the titles and everything. That was great. Thank you, guys. So wonderful. Thank you. Well, the sixth graders are again going to continue leading us in Shabbat worship tonight in our family service. We are now so honored to call upon sixth grader Kenley Slichter. Kenley's going to lead us on page 18 with a very special prayer about Shabbat. Hi, Kenley. Hello, you got it in your hand there? All right. Oh, we'd be honored to have you lead us in this prayer. Also, this prayer actually, Kenley, was written by probably students your age at a summer camp. So this is so cool that you're reading it. Thank you.
Shabbat is a stop sign. Shabbat is a time to rest and be with your family. Shabbat is a time for love and kindness. On Shabbat, we say blessings. We say thank you to God for making the earth, the sun, the flowers, the trees, and all of creation. We say thank you to God for all the good things in our lives and for the miracles that surround us each and every day. We stop and enjoy creation. Shabbat is our stop sign.
Thank you, Kenley. Thank you. Yes, Shabbat is our stop sign. A good stop sign. A very good stop sign. Well, in that spirit, everybody, why don't we take this moment of Shabbat where we can rest and enjoy creation and thank God for all the Thank God for all the good things in our lives. Let's spend a few moments in our very own silent prayer and our own contemplation of heart and soul.
As we conclude our silent meditations, we offer this prayer, Yehu L'Ratzon. May the words that we've just prayed in our hearts and aloud be acceptable before Adonai our God. Please join me with Yehu L'Ratzon. And we'll put the words up on the screen for you. Which can be found, I believe, on page 20 of your Siddur.
Thank you.
Yehu L'Ratzon Imrei fi v'hayon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri v'go'ali Yehu L'Ratzon Imrei fi v'hayon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri v'go'ali Yehu L'Ratzon Imrei fi v'hayon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri v'go'ali Yehu L'Ratzon Imrei fi v'hayon libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri Adonai tzuri v'go'ali tzuri v'go'ali
Thank you, Cantor. Thank you so much. We've been talking about the creativity of our sixth graders, and let's also hear it for the creativity of our communications manager, Jason Marks, who behind the scenes keep these services going. And I was really impressed, Jason. You put up that stop sign right there on the...
I loved that, but I wasn't surprised knowing Jason.
Oh, I was inspired. I've always liked that prayer.
Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful one. And what a great picture. What a great picture. Makes you think, makes you contemplate. Well, thank you. Well, what we love to do for each and every family Shabbat service here at Temple Sinai of Glendale is we like to share in simchas, joyful moments, joyful times in our lives that we want to celebrate together as a community of family and friends. And we usually do that at a family service by inviting people to share birthdays, wedding anniversaries, and very special moments or extraordinary moments that may have happened this month of December. So at this time, we'd like you to turn on your chat box if you haven't already, and please just start typing in if you have a birthday this month of December. Please tell us the day of your birthday, and if you're comfortable telling us how old you are, and that's mainly for the kiddos to do that. Anniversaries, please tell us the day of your anniversary and the year of your wedding anniversary, and we will all share in these simchas together. There we go. We've got birthdays, and an adoption anniversary day. Mazel tov to all of. Oh, look at all the birthdays. Makes sense. Did anybody get married in December? Yes. Flo and Larry Cohen, 52-year anniversary. Mazel tov. My goodness, December 26th. And so many birthdays. This is wonderful. Oh, and a doggy's birthday. Alexandria. How old is your dog?
He just turned 9.
He turned 9. Oh, mazel tov. You know, we usually say, may you live to be 120 in Judaism, and when somebody's a birthday, how would we do that in dog years? Somebody would have to convert that into dog years, but may your dog live to be 120 in doggy years. And I see we have more. Yes. My nephew Robbie's got a birthday coming up soon. We have other family birthdays. An anniversary I saw. Yes. Oh, great. Noah, you typed in your parents' anniversary was 11/11/07. All right, we'll take it. So happened last month. Very nice. Ooh, that's Jewish lucky number 13. 13's a lucky number in Judaism. 840 dog years. Okay. Well, Seth, I was thinking of going the other direction. But that would be quite a number of dog years. And we have grandparents' birthdays. Oh, brother Asa Maccabee. Really? Is that the middle name is Maccabee? I love it.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
All right. By the way, Simone, great Israeli accent. That was impressive. It reminds me of being in Israel. Very nice, going from Babylonia to Israel. Well, so many things to celebrate at our family service. We want to thank you all for sharing in these happy occasions. This is what we like to call a Simon Tov and Mazel Tov moment. It's a good sign and good fortune that we are all together celebrating these very happy occasions.
Absolutely. So with that, please join me. We'll sing a Simon Tov and Mazel Tov.
Siman tov u'mazal tov u'mazal tov u'siman tov siman tov u'mazal tov u'mazal tov u'siman tov u'mazal tov u'mazal tov u'siman tov yehelanu siman tov u'mazal tov u'siman tov u'mazal tov u'siman tov u'mazal tov u'siman tov yehelanu u'lechol Yisrael yehelanu u'lechol Yisrael yehelanu u'lechol Yisrael yehelanu u'lechol Yisrael.
Mazel tov, everybody. And we had more birthdays coming in the chat box, so mazel tov to everybody. Well, we like to gather as a community for very happy occasions, as we do Shabbat and these simchas. And we also like to gather as a community to strengthen each other and to share blessings for people we know who are sick or injured. And we want to extend our prayers and our love to them. Tonight, we're going to do our Misha Barach prayer as we do each and every Shabbat. And you can find that on page 24. Please join us in this prayer of healing.
משברח אבותינו, מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
And our Misha Barach prayer of healing tonight is for all the people in our country and around the world who are ill and who are suffering from this terrible pandemic. Our prayer is for their healing, and our prayer tonight is also for the renewal and the healing of all of the healthcare workers who are really putting their lives on the line, not just putting their own health at risk, but also working around the clock, exhausted by their responsibilities of healing. So our prayers for them, that they are renewed, that they are healed, that they are refreshed, and buoyed to continue their tremendous healing. Our prayers for all of them. And our prayer is also, as you type in the names of people that you know and love in the chat box, our prayers for all the people that you're typing in the chat box, and also on the screen, all of these temple members who are in need of healing, all of these family members who are in need of healing, and all of these friends and coworkers that we know who are in need of God's healing presence and our healing prayers, as we join together in this Misha Barach prayer of healing.
משברח אמותינו, מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We pray they are all healed. Well, friends, as you know, Jewish worship is never complete until we think of those people, those family members who we have loved and have been a part of our lives, and they've passed away, yet they're very much still in our lives, in our hearts, in our minds, in our souls. So we remember them, we honor them through our memory and through our blessing with the Kaddish prayer. As I mention the name of a loved one who has passed, I invite you to please arise, and then in just a moment we'll all stand together to recite the Kaddish prayer. This Shabbat we remember Rabbi Jonathan Sachs. We remember Earl Sanders, Larry Moskowitz. We remember Rebecca Kaufman, Howard Schwartz, David Bernstein, Stephen Strauss, Donald Allen Pocock, Susan Goldsmith, Cecilia Carpenter, Alan Loybin. We remember Patricia Jacobson, Florence Schwartz, Claire Cohen, Peggy Nichols, and Lance Gershon. And for those who are observing Yahrzeit, the anniversary of the death of a loved one that is commemorated this week, we remember Sander K. Kebra, Samuel Forrest Foreman, Donald Haskin, Herbert Wilzig, Phyllis Owensmith, Anna Ramist. We remember Raphael Mertzel, Mary Clark, Mordecai Jabin. We remember Shimon Rafi Meiri and Frida Cohen, Elizabeth Morris, Louis E. Friedman, Rivka Kornfeld, Louis Labovich, and Bessie Zimmerman. And we also invite you to mention the name of a loved one who has passed, who you're thinking about tonight. Mention their name in the chat box, and our Kaddish prayer is for them as well. So we now stand together as a community. We thank God that they were with us as we pray. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Bialma divarach hirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala ubizman kari v'imru Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ula'amei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shemei dekudesha berichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn. May we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved. And together we say, Amen.
Amen.
And please be seated, everybody.
We're going to continue in concluding that prayer we just did, the Kaddish, the last section of Oseh Shalom, our prayer for peace. So we'll put the words back on the screen for you, and please join me in a prayer for peace.
Oseh Shalom, Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom, Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Oseh Shalom, Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael Amen.
Well, we are now very honored to call upon Vice President here at Temple Sinai, and he also happens to be the dad of the 6th grade teen assistant, Mr. Emil Mertzel.
Well, thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. And thank you, Rabbi and Cantor, for a wonderful service tonight. Wanted to give a big thank you to the 6th grade class for your participation in tonight's service, and to Ben, of course, and thank you to your families for sponsoring tonight's virtual Oneg. Some of the many events coming up in Temple Sinai include Sisterhood's Cookbook Book Club, Sunday, 10:30 a.m., the Jewish Federation Music Festival, featuring our own Cantor Alyssa, Sunday at 3 p.m. Pre-registration is required for that. The memorial service for longtime Temple member Rebecca Kaufman is Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. And you'll find full details for all of these and Zoom links for all Temple Sinai events in Sunday's email blast, including lots of upcoming Hanukkah festivities. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Emil. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And also,
maybe we should take a second to spotlight your daughter, Sophia, who's done such a good job in helping Ben with preparing the 6th grade class. Where's Sophia? There we go. Thank you, Sophia.
Thanks, Sophia. Thank you. Ooh, like the lights in your room. Very festive. That's wonderful. And so many things going on here. So please join Cantor Alyssa and her colleagues this Sunday, as Emil was saying, for the musical concert. And if you're free on Tuesday night as well, we've got our ongoing spiritual nourishment and connection discussion and class. So please join us for that Tuesday night at 7. And then we will be honored to come together as a Temple community to remember our dear friend Rebecca Kaufman on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. So, and then our Hanukkah Shabbat celebration is next Friday. Please, everybody, join us and have your menorah at the ready. Let's see, I'm looking at my Temple calendar. That's going to be the second night of Hanukkah. So if you have your menorah with 3 candles, one for the Shamash and 2 other candles for the 2 nights, we'll all, it would be great to see everybody's Chanukiot. We'd love to see all the beautiful artistic Chanukiot. And if you have some dreidels or a dreidel collection, you can display that too. We'll look forward to seeing everybody's dreidels and Chanukiot. That's next Friday at 7 o'clock. Well, Cantor, as far as a closing song, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, I'll start us off with the Kiddush, and then we'll go into the traditional Adon Olam, which many of you know. So if everyone, I want to invite you all to grab your Kiddush cup and join me in the short Kiddush that we make together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen, l'chaim.
L'chaim. And I'm wondering, Jason, is there a way to, as Cantor does the closing song, to spotlight Ben and Sophia and these 6th graders as we did and see them all once again for our closing song with Cantor? That'd be so awesome to see our 6th graders and their teachers once again with Cantor. I just threw Jason a curveball. But
I'm working on it. I want to get started and I'll add people in as we go.
Sure. Adon Olam's got lots of verses to it, so we'll have plenty of time.
Jay is awesome at this.
Although I will say, though, that we probably want to put the words up if people don't know the words to Adon Olam.
Oh, all right. Maybe that takes precedence over the spotlighting. So let me find the words. Hooray.
But you can keep spotlighting and people will come up in the
we can do both.
Yeah. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra v'yeit lasa b'chefzo kol azay melech shema nikra ve'acharei yichlot hakol levadoim lach nara ve'hu haya ve'hu hove ve'hu yiyeh tif'ara ve'hu echad ve'ein sheni lehamshir lo leachbira ve'li reshit
וצורך לי ביצרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, בנרקוסי ביום אקרא בידו, אבקי רוחי, בהייתי שם והעירה, ועם רוחי גוויעתי, אדוני לי ולא יירא.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Thanks again to our sixth graders and Ben, and thanks to all of you, everybody, for being here tonight. Thank you all. Jason, let's unmute everybody so we can all wish each other a Shabbat Shalom and a good Shabbos.
Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
The Winstons have some beautiful color there.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Bye.